What up, what up, what up? Good morning! Another day, another vlog. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to all the other videos thus far. This week we're doing a clean our apartment with us vlog. We haven't properly deep cleaned our apartment probably since even before we came back from the wedding, before we left for the wedding. So this is March. Today's date is March what? This is March 15th that I'm shooting this. Who knows when you're seeing this? Probably not this coming vlog, but the next week's vlog. So yeah, and we've been back from the wedding since January, and I think the last time we probably cleaned the apartment was probably sometime in November, I want to say. So it's been a 3 to 4 months of, obviously we do little cleans now and again, but a full apartment clean, it's been a while. So today we're not really doing anything this weekend, so we figured we need to clean up the apartment. So let me show the state of the apartment first and then we will do some cleaning. So I want to start with the kitchen. These bananas have seen enough life, but I'm gonna make banana bread with them by needing to clean all of that. My spice drawer, some of the spices end up falling out, so I need to clean that. I normally clean this area almost every night after we cook, like you see with the dishes, dirty dishes. But I also want us to move the stove for the first time today. I don't know how this is gonna go. Do people normally move their stoves? But I feel like there's been a weird smell lately, and it's probably because of a lot of oil and dead stuff that has come in these cracks in between the stove. So today we're going to experiment moving it. I don't know how that's gonna go. And then in terms of the lounge, just need to, usually this space is now where I do my home workouts. I put the yoga mat here, so we just need to clean this up. These ones is a couch cover, so normally we just stuff these things in, so we need to take this out and kind of just do something with that. The balcony is really dirty, but it's also been super windy. And then here I'm trying to order us a shoe thing, so that, because this has been getting really messy and I haven't been liking it. So I'm trying to get us an actual closed shoe thing that we can put here. Then it kind of doubles up as an arrival area for the house. Underneath the mirrors and the watch, it's just gonna go maybe it'll get right here and then go down. So we need to mop the floor. Winter is done, almost. It's no longer snowing, so we don't need this anymore, so I need to get rid of that. But you can see the floor is clean, more or less. There's just some parts that I don't think you can even properly see, but you see all of that, so I need to just mop the floor and sweep. Well, in terms of the bathroom, obviously need to wipe down the sink. We recently cleaned, last week we cleaned the shower. So the shower is really not that bad, because we need to replace this. This has been going through enough life, so we need to scrub that, buy a new one, and replace that. Look at my little shoes. I find them so cute. And then the mirror. So the mirror, obviously you have all of the. I usually clean this once a week, but yeah. So today's the day that we're doing all of this. Have a bedroom. Need to obviously spread your bed, but we also need to clear that out, because we're normally just leaving a lot of stuff, and this is our clothes that you would have been wearing throughout the week, so need to clear that. At some point we'll do laundry, and then Calvin's side of the shoes is way cleaner than mine, but we need to kind of fold at some point because there's just a lot there. And then this is my side. Look at how it's looking with all of my shoes. And look at all my clothes that are even falling. So yeah, so need to do some folding. Need to decide what's behind the door and do that. And then this space, my boy is even working. Say hi. Wawa. He's working for now, but we're gonna clean. This is my wedding dress, where my wedding dress is. Can you imagine? They charged me $450 to try to dry clean this dress, and I'm like, that is ridiculous. We're not doing that. So for now, it's just been sitting in the bag, but we need to move that at some point. But I think the easiest place to start would be the bathroom, because I didn't even show you all this part. This part above the toilet also needs to be figured out. Yeah. Ever since we got back to the US after the wedding and spent 3 weeks at home, there's been a low-key sadness in my soul that I can't quite describe. a longing for the embrace and the love and community I felt being home. There was just something so freeing about being able to just exist and not have so many subconscious worries, if that makes sense. Things that I definitely took for granted until we got back to the US and I was like, oh, we're back? For starters, my digestive system was so much better at home than here. This might be TMI for some people, but alas, when I'm in the US, I'm forever constipated. Like, it's actually more common for me to be constipated than it is not to be. But at home, it felt like constipation who? Constipation where? Granted, it was mango season and your girl was definitely indulging, but at least the mangoes tasted like real mango, you know? So I miss the food at home for sure. But what I have been missing the most is actually the community of people around. Fair enough, we were home during the peak holiday season, so certain vibes were more better because we were gathered for festivities. But man, did it feel good, you know? The peace that just came from walking around town and seeing and hearing people who sounded like me. Seeing the cops or hearing sirens did not immediately make my heart drop to my stomach. And just the sheer beauty of not having to pronounce or repronounce my name a million times for people to get it. Or feeling the need to say things and pronounce them a certain way just for the next person to hear. It just felt so easy and peaceful. Was the trip home a perfect visit? Of course not. Are you really Zimbabwean if you don't encounter family drama or anything? Anytime you go home from the diaspora, you know that you're going to encounter family drama. There was definitely some chaos and hectic moments, but even then, it felt like we could breathe through it, you know? My confidence was definitely so much better too, because it didn't feel like I was having to fight the imposter syndrome or the feeling of not being good enough that I constantly feel when I'm here. Because let's face it, being a black woman in America feels like you're fighting to be seen every day. And then we add the immigrant part to it, and game over. Whilst everyone is starting on zero, oftentimes it feels like we're starting on minus 50. So with all the odds already fighting against us, including your own self, you know, but at home, none of this was even a thing. If you had asked me a year ago if moving back to Zim was a thought or a possibility for us, I would have straight up said, nah, we're going to be here for a while. But now, after the visit home, the thoughts of moving back to Zim one day is not so much of a far thought. By no means am I trying to turn a blind eye to the struggles of home and the hardships many Zimbabweans at home face on a daily. But I think I'm finally giving myself permission to call out the struggles of living abroad without feeling guilty or unappreciative and ungrateful for the opportunities we've gotten being in the US. I remember when I went back home in 2019 after my first year of college, just being so excited to be home. The main questions everyone was asking me, rightfully so, was, how was the US? It must be amazing. You must be having such a great time. You probably didn't want to come back. And my immediate response was always, it was okay. I definitely couldn't wait to be home. And 99% of the time, I was always met with a confused look on the person's face, being like, but why would you want to come back here? This idea of, well, you made it out. You are now in the US, so you have no reason to complain. You left us here, and now you come back and say you couldn't wait to be back. What are the rest of us gonna do if we're not gonna make it out like you? And that was always the sentiment I received. So I actually started feeling bad for expressing the sadness and concerns I felt being in the US and reverted to trying to sound more grateful. And that came at the expense of not really acknowledging just how hard being in the US as an international student was. But over time, as I went through college and life was really lifing, I came across this idea of choose your hard. And if there's one thing I've accepted and learned in this adulting thing, is that life is going to be hard either way. So choose your hard. Of course, one can understand how privileged that sounds because not everyone is necessarily able to have the privilege of choice in itself due to life's many circumstances. And I feel for those because that really can be easy. But for those that are met with this idea of choice now and again, choose your hard. For me, living abroad is hard, and living in Zimbabwe would also be hard. And right now we've chosen to live abroad, and that's hard. If you're not fighting to be seen and valued at work, You're fighting paperwork and immigration processes to just remain legal, whilst also fighting to eat well and to keep a somewhat healthy diet. Or you're fighting to stay on top of all your bills, from rent to car payments to insurance, to make sure your health stays intact, because you also don't want to add medical bills on top of all else you have to be paying already. And you're honestly fighting the loneliness that comes from being so far from literally everyone you love and the community that raised you. The fact that all my family are literally flights away is so saddening at times, because you can't just be like, I'm missing my people. Let me go see them real quick, because it's going to take you minimum 16 hours just to get to any of them. So one thing I do generally miss about being home is the way everyone knows everyone, because that's the village mentality, that's the Ubuntu of our people. But here it feels so isolating at times, because it really is just you knowing the people in your house and the people you work with, and that's about it. For example, we have been living in the same apartment complex since 2022, and I kid you not, we don't know our neighbors at all, and we literally share walls with these people. We park our cars next to each other, and if the night is really quiet, you can hear what they are watching on TV. But if you were to ask me their names or what they do, I couldn't tell you. But at home, we have jura walls, like literal walls and gates and yards, and you still know everyone who lives on your street. I remember planning our wedding last year and getting help from my mom on the guest list, and this woman wanted to invite so many of our neighbors. Forget the fact that I last met these people probably when I was 5 or 6, but that didn't matter because they finally get to see little Tsitsi all grown up and getting married. When I told people here that our wedding guest list was going to be 250 people, everyone was so shocked at how big that was. And I kept telling them that if we could accommodate everyone on our initial guest list, we definitely would have had at least 400 people at our wedding. And that's the beauty of community we have at home that we just don't have here, And I think about that when we're starting our own little family, and I worry about who our village is going to be. Because whilst we fight to stay connected to our communities at home, we are also fighting to try to build a worthwhile community of our own here, so that our kids can also have a village to refer to like we do, because we know it definitely took a village to get us here. But what do you do when that village is no longer nearby, All to say, these mid-20s have definitely come with a lot of questions and decisions being evaluated. And when you add marriage and the thoughts of starting your own little family, it really makes you think through what actually matters in this life and the directions you're trying to go. But for now, I try to find comfort in the little joys and wins that 2025 has already awarded us, and continue to remind myself that I still have so much life to live. I don't need to have it all figured out now or have all the answers, and to continuously tell myself that I can do hard things. I think what also makes these mid-20s a challenge is the fact that you're surrounded by all these other people also in their mid-20s, and having everyone's life look so different. Back in primary school or even high school, we were all somewhat on the same plane. Even if everyone's background was different socioeconomically, we were all pretty much striving for the same goals, Get good grades, pass your classes so you can get to a good college. And then you'll sprinkle some extracurricular activities here and there, some sports, some athletics days, just to maintain a social life. And then in college, it was a similar thing, Get good grades, pass your classes so you can get a good job. Again, you sprinkle some extracurriculars in there just to remain sane. But then everybody graduates. Now you have some people who are going to pursue their masters and choose to stay in school. Then you have some people who get a really high-end paying job and, straight out of college. Or some get a low-paying job or not even a job at all. And whilst you have some people who then get married and start having kids, whilst you also have some going through peak heartbreak or taking a vow of singleness forever, and suddenly life just starts moving in a million different directions for everyone. And we no longer share similar goals because everyone is now on a path of their own. In the midst of that, everyone is still trying to maintain their friendships and bonds with their families, while some are creating their own homes and families and making new friends elsewhere if they've moved away. And suddenly, you realize that maybe you were just friends because you simply shared classes together for so long. And now you're in your mid-20s, experiencing friendship breakups for the first time, and you don't know what to do. Where am I going with this whole memo, you ask? I think this is just a transparent monologue of how hard life is at times and how we're all just trying to figure it out. And I'm reminded of something my dad always used to say, which was kunaka kwakanaka. It's nice to be nice. Because damn, people really be going through it out there, and you don't know what a smile or a hug or a simple "you're doing great" can do for someone. So to all those who have hugged us, smiled at us, or continue to let us know that we're doing great, we appreciate you. And if you have made it this far into the monologue, I appreciate you for taking your time listening to me and giving me a space for my thoughts to exist. And if you have had any of these thoughts yourself, let me know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. We're almost at our 1,000 goal for the year. And it's only March. How exciting is that? So don't be an op. Don't just watch this video and not do anything. Give it a like, give it a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Yo, it was hard to vlog and clean, but now that we're done cleaning, okay? This is the lounge, how it's looking. So nowadays people actually like to sit down and watch people or listen to people. So that is done. We didn't end up doing much with the bedroom because we are tired. So the only thing I did was wipe down the mirror. That's my contribution. There's my baby. He got a haircut. He's looking handsome. And then we cleaned up his office. Shame, since he spends a lot of time in here. Removed those bags that were in there, but yeah. What up, guys? It's a new day. Post cleaning. We went grocery shopping. We didn't take y'all with us for grocery shopping because your girl hasn't figured out how to take you along when we're doing stuff. I have to keep remembering. So now you'll just see us unpack our groceries. You didn't remind me either. Look at you. At least I remembered you when I got home, right? Progress. Anyways, I don't know what angle to put you off. Vlogging is a tough life, huh? Where do we put the O's?
We're cancelling now.
Anyways, we got cilantro. You all now know my obsession with cilantro. So, some carrots, green onions. We're starting to eat some broccoli, mushroom. We have some brown sugar. Today we're making banana bread. Some potatoes.
Are they supposed to be in the fridge?
Only until we use them. And then we just started eating dates. Apparently they're very good fiber. Fresh dates, good source of fiber and boost metabolism. So some fresh dates.
Yeah, the metabolism.
No one was even talking about that.
But I'm just talking about metabolism.
What? You hear your boy is full of nonsense. Anyways, we got some shrimp. This was actually Aldi. This was our first time shopping at Aldi, and we actually got a good deal on meats. So we got some beef. Is this beef? No, this is pork. A different kind of pork. My baby has a plan for this. I don't know what his plan is. I'm making burgers for dinner today, so we got some pickles. More beef. This is more like steaky beef. Bacon, of course, for some lunch. Some mincemeats. Mincemeat and beef. And then making homemade burgers tonight.
What else did baby got? You got a pot, bro.
Huh? Oh, my baby wants to replace all my pots. He apparently says my pots are old. Where's the scissors? I think the scissors is it.
They should be able to seal your bullshit pots.
We got tomatoes. Then some grapes. And then some eggs, organic eggs. Cool. What else did we get from our grocery haul today? Oh, we got rice. Got some basmati rice. I got avocado. Does anyone else put avocado on their burger? Are y'all gonna judge me for doing that later today? My baby got one mango for himself. Can you imagine? Not even two. One mango. Other people get two to share with their wives, but other people's children.
Sometimes you just need your own personal time, you know.
Your own
and
personal
enjoyment.
time with mango.
Yeah.
It be your own.
Doesn't work like that.
Chief organizer. Chief organizer. He's already organized in here, you see that?
No, how was it organized?
Already put yes. To those wondering why the eggs are in the fridge, this is America. That's all I'll say to that one. Sorry. Okay, there you go. The carrots can go on the other one. Are you gonna drink the pickle juice? Did you just drink it? Did you just drink it?
Mm-hmm.
Why? You can throw it away. The pickles
It's
are
nice.
finished.
It's nice. Have you tried
Your
it?
face didn't look like that was nice. Your face literally went like...
Babe?
Okay, tell them what the story is about pickle juice and why.
No. There's no story to be told.
I'm not gonna drink it.
Chili is nice. What makes chili nice is because it's hot.
But this is pickle
Think
juice.
about
What
it.
does that have to do with chili?
Now, try it.
No, I'm not gonna. Did you see your face when you just
Babe?
drank it now?
Try it. Give it a sip and tell me what you think.
Why?
For some people, you just want to say no before we even try. Just a little sip. Don't lie. You see, that's
Why?
not because it's bad. It just has a different, distinct taste.
Keep it. You see what he's been making me do. You drink it. Let's see you take a
I
big
did
gulp.
drink now.
Pickle juice. So the grapes go in here. Then I put this in the fridge. There we are. Chopping along with the meat. We'll put it in Ziploc bags. Then we pack. So we're done packing up the meat. This is actually what, considering that it's 2 people. This is like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 nights of dinner. The packer of that day. And I'd already put some in the fridge. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. They say don't count your food. I also put it. I haven't washed them.
What? They're actually nice. Trust me, eat them. Yeah?
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Mm.
How the style?
All day. Well stocked fridge. See that? Fully
This one
stocked.
just doing here chilling.
And some ice cream.
Outside.
So I was going to do laundry, but I realized we forgot to buy laundry pods, but we did get a new mat for the tub because the other mat is starting to look a little nasty. And I've been cleaning it almost weekly now, so I was like, it's about time we replace it. Which Kelvin was very happy because your girl is a hoarder and is usually the one against throwing stuff, but this time we're like, nah, we need to. So we got a new mat for the tub. So this one, now we get to put on the new one. Makes the tub look brown. Oh well. So this is the new one. Yep. It's done. Also got body wash. And then got some new towels because we have not replaced our towels in absolutely forever. Okay, place these a little bit better if we do one over the other. They're so soft. So now bathroom is done, and I may not be able to do laundry today, but the laundry is ready for me to do tomorrow. And our new towels are nicely hanging at the back here. Nice. As always, thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and show us some love. We'll catch y'all in the next video.